everybody, my name is Jonathan and welcome to Barely Unboxed. Today we are going to take a look at this Rainbow Vision Rainbow High Costume Ball Violet Willow. It's a special edition. This came out a while ago, but I was kind of saving it for a Halloween-ish video, and she is dressed very similar to like Catwoman, but with her own kind of look. But if you look at the boots, they're like stitched together. There's stitches on the outfit, and she has them on her head piece as well. It's very, very much like Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, but in purple, from the Batman movies that Tim Burton did. So here's the other ones you can get in the Rainbow High collection, and if you want to read that, it's talks about the Rainbow Vision. I did a video previously on both of these. This one was last Halloween. This is Robin Sterling. She's like a spider queen, and this is Bella Parker. I did a video just in like a few weeks ago. I did a video with her where I made a custom witch. Today, I'm making a custom Poison Ivy doll using Harley Limestone, and I can't wait to show it to you. You probably saw it in the thumbnail, but wait till you see her up close. She's pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. So I picked this up, I believe, from Walmart, back when they still had these. They were basically the only store that got these in, like physically. You could still order them online. I will find a link for this and put it down below. But here is her barcode if you want to use that to look for her. And the cool thing about this is it has this really nice packaging. I am going to keep probably this front piece. And it does talk about Violet on the inside here. And if you want to read that, go ahead and pause it. She looks adorable. Violet is one of those characters that you either love or hate, it seems. Like, a lot of times people aren't really that into her dolls, but I think this one is really interesting. And I can't wait to see what she looks like underneath the cowl that she's wearing. I'm just kind of curious what her makeup and everything looks like. I've seen pictures, but seeing it in person is totally different. So let's get her out of here and we'll take a look at her, and then I'll show you the process of how I made my Poison Ivy doll and reveal her. Alright, we got Violet out of her packaging, and here's what she looks like. I absolutely love this. The mask is like is just tied on in the back, so it just goes over the front. It has like rhinestones on it and stitching detail. I love this dress. It has a Rainbow High belt detail, which is all part of the same outfit. She has this this like feather boa, and it is attached to her. I had to cut off some of the other little fasteners on this, but I missed that one. It does have elastic right here that holds it around her her neck onto her arms. She has gloves with rhinestones on them. She has long painted fingernails, and she has these really cool faux zipper fabric boots that look really, really cool. As far as articulation goes, she has the updated head articulation that they added, I think, around the time of like the third, I think it was the third series of Rainbow High, and then they started going back and updating the first and second series dolls as well. So you might be lucky that you have one that has that head articulation. Her hair does have some hair gel in it. I'm not going to wash her hair at the moment. I might later, but I am going to just kind of brush it out, which usually works fairly well. Sometimes the hair gel is so in there that it just washing it out is the best thing. And if you do wash it after you comb it out, just remember that the hair gel is still in there, so getting it wet will activate it. So you will need to like fully wash it out with soap and water, and then condition is what I usually do. But combing it seems to work really well. It's very soft, and it has her standard hair colors in it. I think she looks absolutely adorable. She comes with her purple colored stand, which honestly is a little mismatched, I think. It should be a different color, but it's a very pretty color, I will say. And she comes with the comb, like I was using on her hair just now. So that's what she looks like. Let's actually take off the mask. Oh, it is attached with fasteners, of course. Be very careful if you are cutting those off because they're right on the ribbon. Okay. And that just unties really easily. And there's the mask. It's very cool. You can put that on any doll, any Rainbow High doll, basically. And here is her face without the mask. She has like cat eye makeup, sort of, like up into a point. It's very pretty. She is really gorgeous. She might be my favorite Violet. She does have some purple on the lips, right in the front. It's kind of interesting. And then her eyebrows are very pale and subtle. The doll to doll, the makeup might actually look different, but on mine it looks really, really good. The lips are a little weird with that purple on it, but I will forgive it. Alright, so I'm going to put her on this stand now. Be careful. She has rhinestones on her dress where the stand goes, and it might pop those off. I've had that happen before. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at my custom Poison Ivy doll, which I've been working on this doll for quite a while. I got the Harley Limestone that I used for her secondhand, and then I actually changed out her eyes, and I didn't do a video on that. If you want to see how to change the eyes out, I have a previous video where I show that. My custom witch doll. I'll put a link down below for that. So if you're interested in how to change out the eyes on a Rainbow High doll, click that link and watch. So I changed her eyes from Harley Limestone's color of eyes, which are like a purple. I changed them out to green way ahead before I was even going to start this custom. But then you'll see from then on how I went about making her. To start, Harley Limestone has these braids that are basically glued into her hair, and the only way to get them out is to use like acetone and try to pull them out. So I got them out, and you can see her hair is free of them, and the hair is fine. The acetone doesn't mess with the hair at all. So we're going to neutralize this green with some scarlet dye, and we're also going to add some fuchsia to this, because her hair is so neon green. The fuchsia is kind of the opposite of it, so it should help basically turn her hair more brown and neutralize that green. Now there is quite a few dips that I do with her over and over again just to get that color in there. You can also just prop them up and leave their hair in the dye for a while, and I do that at some point. And so I just rinse it out to see what I have, and you can see it's already neutralized so much of that green. So now we're going to go in with Sunshine Orange. And all of these dyes are the normal RIT dyes, not the Dye More. The Dye More will stain the doll plastic skin, so don't do that. It will also stain the eyes if you get it on the plastic eyes. So I'm adding some scarlet to that sunshine orange, and then we're going back in and dipping her hair and trying to get it to be basically a redhead, like a natural redhead color. So I have her propped up in there, and I'm adding some yellow because I felt like it wasn't quite orange enough, and I'm actually just using her hair to mix the yellow in. I was getting a little impatient. So you can see it's definitely turning orange, and then I just rinse it in the cold water. I always have cold water in the other side of the sink. And then I'm just cleaning all the dye out of it with some dish soap. It'll take 1, 2, maybe 3 times to get it all out. And then I also condition, and then I always make sure that a paper towel, when drying their hair off after I'm done washing it, comes out clean. And I don't believe I show that in this video, but I do in previous customizing videos that I've done. So I'm just combing the conditioner through her hair. I start out with a large tooth one and go to a finer tooth. And now I'm back to that yellow. This is the golden yellow. It looks very orange when you pour it in, but it dilutes to a very beautiful yellow. So I'm doing some yellow on her hair to kind of make it a little more orange. I thought it was just too red. But then it was a little too like yellowy brown. So I went back with the scarlet, and then I washed and conditioned her hair again, and I didn't show that. So now I'm just curling her hair. This is a really easy way to do it, I think. If you don't have curlers, which I don't, you just take strands of hair and you wrap it around a plastic drinking straw that you've cut in half. And then over top of that straw, you place another straw that you've cut in half, but then you've also cut it down the length of the straw so that it wraps around it, so you can put it over top of the hair around the first straw that you used. So you can see it opens up, and then it's a little tricky at first, but once you get the hang of it, you can get it on there pretty easily. And then that makes it so it's secured around the hair, and then to make sure it doesn't pop off, I use a hair elastic around the straw, and that just holds them all in place. And you just do this until you've wrapped all the hair. For smaller dolls like Barbie, like smaller headed dolls, it doesn't take as many. But you can see her hair turned out beautifully orangey red, and it has a bit of a curl to it. I actually do end up recurling her hair after I've done her makeup because it became a little flat. So now we're just going to paint her lips with some red. I don't know what color this is because I basically mixed it together a long time ago. I mixed all these paints together because they're colors that I like. And so we just use that red on her lips and also on her fingernails. I thought about keeping her fingernails green because often she does have green fingernails, but I kind of wanted to tie it all together with the red. So I have these extra shoes that came with a budget Emmy Vanda. They're actually Dario Roseland shoes that are normally a pink color, but they're molded in a purple. I'm not sure why MGA did that for the budget Emmy Vanda, but they did. I painted them green, and while those are drying, I'm working on the corset. I ordered this corset from Etsy from an artist named MiEl. I will put a link down below. I also ordered some gloves and some leggings from her that are in the same green, like leather color. And all I'm doing here is using Fabri-Tac glue, which is glue for clothing items, basically. And I'm just gluing a bunch of these little leaves to it. And I mean, it doesn't look perfect, but it looks pretty cool, I think. And then I'm taking a satin glaze and using that on her fingernails to kind of seal the paint and also it gives them a nice bit of shine. It's not as shiny as a gloss, it's more of a soft. And I'm also using that softness of the satin glaze on her lips. And now we're going to make some earrings for her. I bought these little clover charms and some wire. This is like I think it's a copper wire, and I'm just taking a chain link of the clover charms, and I'm putting a wire through it, and then I just bend it, and I'm going to twist that until it is very uniform, very secure. And definitely use some wires for this, or pliers for this. And then you'll see here it's a little long, so I cut it with the wire cutters, and then I make sure it fits in the ear, and it fits so perfectly. I think this worked way better than I thought it ever would. And now that her shoes are dry, you can see it's very glossy, which I really like. I'm going to take these red rose beads that I found. They have a flat bottom, which is perfect for this. And I'm just gluing them with some super glue to the Rainbow High logo that's on the shoes. I thought it was a perfect addition to these shoes. And now I'm just giving them some paint shading, basically making them not look so flat. And then I'm taking this lighter green paint, and these are all Model Masters acrylic paints, by the way. They work so well. The coverage on them is great right out of the jar. And I'm using this paint to just add a few extra details to the buckle and to the leaves on the roses on the heel. I think it looks so good that way. And then I'm just painting the roses red, very Alice in Wonderland. And then the roses, I do use a satin on later, but the gloss I'm using on the leafy green parts. So here we have her eye makeup. I wasn't happy to leave it the way it was. I don't like these little points that come down, even though it kind of makes them look like leaves, which is why I picked her, because she has the green skin and the eye makeup already looks like something Poison Ivy would have. But I am using some acetone just to remove the corners, and honestly I think it looks so much better that way. And here we are using the satin glaze on the roses. And I think the shoes turned out so beautifully this way. I am also going to make her a barrette. This was sort of a last minute thing. I wanted to put something in her hair, and I wanted to tie it together with the shoes. So I took a barrette from another Rainbow High doll and just glued a rose and some leaves to it. I think it looks really good, actually. The 3 leaves is perfect, and then I add some paint detail, just enough to give it some depth and definition. And then I'm taking that gloss green paint again and just painting the barrette. That way it ties it kind of all together and looks more organic. Alright, I really hope you enjoyed watching the customization process for this doll. It took me quite a while. I started this a while back. I had so much fun creating her. Are we ready to see her? And here she is. I think she turned out so amazing. This barrette was like a last minute thing I did because I felt like she needed something in her hair to kind of bring it all together. And for a stand, I just had this kind of generic Shadow High stand. I didn't have a green stand for her, unfortunately. But I am so happy with how she turned out. And her hair is a little crazy, but I kind of like that. She's kind of a wild character in the Batman universe, so I think the hair, Harley Limestone has a lot of hair because of the way that her hairstyle is, and it's just crazy to try to style it. I tried curling it actually twice, and it just this is what I ended up with. But I think her face turned out beautifully. I barely did anything to her eyes. I just removed that corner piece on each eye and gave her red lips, and I am so happy with the way she turned out. The outfit, I will put a link to the Etsy seller down below. Their name is like MiEl, MiEl, for doll lovers on Etsy. They make tons of clothing. A lot of it is, I think, most of it might be Rainbow High. And this bodysuit just worked perfectly for my custom of Poison Ivy. All right, so let's see what she looks like next to our Violet Catwoman. I have to put her mask back on, though. I have seen other people customize this Violet and paint the mask black, like so it's like patent leather looking, and they even give her like a leather outfit, and then she looks just like Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, and it's amazing. All right, so DC villains, Batman villains are here. So we have Poison Ivy, and we have Catwoman, basically. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the customization process on this one. It was a lot of fun to do, and I hope you enjoyed seeing this costume ball Violet as well. You'll have to let me know what you think of my custom. What do you think of Violet? Maybe down the road sometime I will make a Catwoman out of this Violet. I don't know. I don't really want to ruin this Violet. I want to keep her as is, but maybe if I find another one of these, like secondhand or something, with the mask especially. So thank you guys so much. I hope you liked it. Give it a like if you did. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Hit the bell for notifications. Also, share the video if you know anyone that would like to see customization of a Shadow High doll. And also, if you're interested, I do have a membership available. It's down below. There's a link direct to my membership, and you get early access to all my videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Halloween. Be safe out there. Love you guys. Bye.